Welcome. We'll begin with a quote from the American spiritual teacher Adi Ashanti. Do not seek what you yearn for. Seek the source of the yearning itself. As we all have something that we long for at times in our life, we can set the intention to go deeper into the true nature of our yearning. We meet our hands at heart center, closing the eyes and bowing the head. As you build the intention for your breath, watch how the breath builds and wraps around the things in your mind. Taking thumbs up through the third eye, and a big belly breath lifts the hands up to the sky. Exhale, letting those thumbs slide back down through your chest. Hands place at the knees, and we pull the heart forward, seated cow. Lifting the chin, opening up the chest, and then exhale, rounding the spine. Navel pulls back, chin drops. Inhale, finding a release through the spine as you roll through these two poses at your own time. As you make the connections, observing the small space in between each inhale and exhale, the point between where one ends and one begins. Recognizing these spaces throughout your practice and enjoying the subtle pauses. Returning to a neutral spine, we'll recline onto our backs. Taking a half happy baby, we'll reach for the inside of our leg, and then if you're able to wrap that hand to the outside of the leg, of the foot, we drop the knee along the outside of our hip and side. After the first couple rounds of breath, you might observe a dropping feeling in the long left leg. Finding ease in the upper body as well here. We can slowly switch sides, dropping the right leg down. And as you bring your forearm to the inside of the left leg, we reach for somewhere along that foot to just kind of assist with gravity, pulling some space through those hips. Releasing anything that doesn't bring you joy today. And then letting that leg come long, stretching your arms up over the head, pointing the toes down. If it feels nice to move to one side and then the next with the arms, go ahead and explore some extension here. We're going to bring the arms down alongside our body. We're going to slowly just lift the legs up. On an exhale, let's drop the heels down about halfway, and then just crunching or curling those knees in and then lifting back up. Exhale, dropping those heels, and then doing that motion to tuck and lift on the inhale. doing this a few more times at your own pace. And if you find that you want to start taking the heels a little bit lower, go ahead and experiment with some different heights. Finding a sort of flow with the breath, exhaling down, inhale, gliding and lifting back up. Now challenge yourself. If you're coming down fast on those exhale breaths, hold and finish to release the breath fully. Last one. Let's tuck those knees in for Apanasana. And now let's take both feet, kicking them up in the air, reaching and expanding into a couple of breaths here. Happy baby. And perhaps in your intention setting with today's practice, you are able to identify something or maybe a couple things or more that you desire. And as we move in a meditative flow, maybe getting a better feel for uncovering the source of your yearning. Gently bringing those knees back together, rocking front and back. Go ahead and kick those legs up, building momentum to roll yourself up, and then taking your way up to mountain pose. Grounding into the balls of the feet, we circle sweep the arms up on an inhale. Exhale, floating down, forward fold. Inhale, monkey, halfway lift, stepping both feet back, plank. On your next exhale, engage through the core. We drop down with the elbows and then lengthen arms for cobra or up dog. Exhale, rocking back, downward facing dog. Give yourself a couple more breaths here. Enjoy the stretch down your back and arms. Building some flexibility in your legs, being kind to yourself today, and listening to your body. We can look at the hands and step to them. We'll inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chair pose. Circle and sweep the arms up to standing. Exhaling, airplane. We hinge from the hips, long, straight spine. Fingertips reaching back. Now let's release the hips back to our chair. 2 breaths in and out through the nose. If the arms need a break, you can rest the hands back at your heart. Slowly taking your way back to your forward fold. Right foot steps back, lining up the heels. That back foot's at an angle, and we reach the right arm up into triangle pose. Just feeling how that side body responds to this open arm posture. Taking that arm back down from pyramid, we rock forward and balancing on our left foot. Flexing the heel down, our fingertips support us in this 3-pointed balance. Go ahead and move back to your pyramid. Right arm leads the way up, warrior 2. Feeling a nice stretch through the back and shoulders as you take your arms in into this expression. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, back up to reverse warrior. Now let's move into triangle. Dropping that top hand and stepping back to downward facing dog. Inhale, dropping in low to plank. Engage through the core. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, dropping the chin back to your chest. Hips are high. Enjoying a couple breaths. Letting those heels get a nice chance to drop down. Rooting in towards the knuckle line of the hands, almost like you have a little suction cup underneath the palm of each hand. Looking at the hands, we're going to float our feet up and inhale monkey. From that halfway lift, we simply release and walk the left foot back, planting it down at an angle and moving into Trikonasana on this side. Left fingertips reach, opening up that side, sending the breath to those left ribs. Feeling the direction of your energy, grounding around each foot. Releasing out of the pose, back to pyramid. And with your next inhale, left arm starts to cycle its way up and back, forming that bend in the front knee, warrior two. Feeling tall through the neck, open, expanding with the hips. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, let the breath roll through you, side angle. Let's slowly take that hand back to the hip, inhaling reverse warrior. This time we're gonna let it drop all the way down, back to triangle. So taking the bend out of the front knee, steady and strong. We reach with the breath and then take things down. Walking our hands up and lifting into a three-pointed balance on this side. Feeling your hips squared up. So one side, especially that left side with the lifted leg, is not higher than the right side. Trying your best to create that shape that matches up with the square in front of your shoulders. Let's drop back to our pyramid. And then the right foot meets back in downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale through your cobra, up dog. And exhale. Awesome. We're doing great. Letting the breath roll back down through the legs. Right toes come up high, three-legged dog. We're gonna step into warrior one. Go ahead and bring that lifted foot to the hands. Left foot grounds down, arms rise tall. Exhale, we'll waterfall the arms, reaching back. Inhale, picking them back up. Exhale, taking them back. Now this next time, let's bring them up, and as the arms wave down, we balance into our right foot, left leg raising. Shoulders are strong and far away from the hips, leading that energy. Let's drop it back to warrior one. Bringing hands down, we release the bend in the knee. Pyramid pose. Stepping back, downward facing dog. Inhaling to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Moving through the rest of your vinyasa, taking as much or as little of a curve in your spine, and then finishing back strong in down dog. Left toes come up with the inhale. Exhale, stepping the leg through, warrior one. With our next exhale, we're gonna waterfall the arms. And then sending them back to reach high with the inhale. Exhale, waving down. Last time. Exhaling into that balance. Staying here for a couple more breaths if you're able to. Feel your breath spiraling higher through your torso. Let's land it down back to warrior one. Slowly gliding those hands back through, creating length down the front of your left leg for pyramid. Taking it back to your down dog. Inhale through plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Keeping it going. You're taking it back to downward facing dog. Right toes come up high. And we're gonna step through to the hands this time, leading that left arm up, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, triangle pose. Stay here for an inhale. And exhale, taking it down. Let's walk back to that three-pointed balance. This time having the option for half moon, opening up. Lifting that left arm. A variation could be coming back down with that left back heel and just stretching the heart open in triangle. So it's up to you. If you're in that three-pointed balance and you want to stay there as well, that's an option today. Good, let's take it back down. And we're just gonna walk back to downward facing dog. Left foot comes up high. From three-legged dog, we step the foot through the hands. Right arm lifts up, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, back to reverse warrior. Exhale, triangle pose. Reaching higher on the inhale breath. And then releasing back to pyramid. Gently taking your time again as you prepare for a balance. Maybe Trikonasana, triangle pose is an option. And carefully taking this posture, Ardha Chandrasana, stage by stage. Maybe the hand stays at the hip today as you focus on lengthening the leg, maybe flexing that heel. If the hand stacks up, you can work on pulling open the chest and aligning it with the wall you're facing. If you want to use a wall just to kind of shimmy your back up against, that
is an excellent way to get a feel for what's going on in the pose without shaking and balance and losing your balance. Let's bring it back down nice and slow. Maybe from a forward fold, we walk it back, down dog. Inhaling to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale through cobra. And exhale to down dog. Right toes come up high from three-legged dog. We step that foot through to the hands. Left arm rises up again, warrior two. Inhale to reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, breath reaches the right arm up. And then bring that same arm all the way down. Triangle pose. Exhale, drop and release. From this pyramid, we have another option. So three-pointed balance, as you know now, can take us into that warrior three or half moon or sugarcane pose. So working on bending that top leg, if you're able to connect and find the toes, opening up for a breath or two here. And when you're ready to release, go ahead and take a bow. Step back to your down dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale through that vinyasa. Rocking back with strength, downward facing dog. Left foot comes high. Let's see how we do on this side. We're gonna step through warrior two. Right arm reaches high, expands through the chest and shoulders. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Feeling that right hip rooted. Inhale, lots of space for the breath. This time we connect down to our triangle. And exhale down. Nice and easy, prepping for some balance here. So just phasing through all the options. Slowly bringing yourself to open to that right side. Maybe playing around with kicking back the foot for Ardha Chakasana. Letting the breath find its way. Eventually letting yourself come down. Stepping back to your down dog. Inhaling to plank. Exhale, elbows hug the ribs. Inhale, lengthening the arms. Really pressing high. Exhale, back to down dog. Taking back up at the hands and walking your feet to them. We'll inhale, monkey, halfway lift. Exhale to your chair. Circle and sweep, opening up the shoulders, and then rooting your thumbs back to your heart. From here, let's take the right foot back into a high lunge. Bring the hands down at your side and then hinging from the hips forward. If it feels good to clasp the hands behind your back, go ahead and offer yourself a deeper chest expansion. releasing the arms down on each side of your foot and taking it down to your low lunge. We can drop that back knee if it feels good in your body today, and then start to rock the hips back, lengthening that front leg in Ardha Hanumanasana or half splits pose. Fully enjoying that stretch the back of your knee. And then gently just bringing that left hand to the inside of your left foot, sending knees back and taking child's pose. Returning to downward facing dog. Looking at the hands, walking up to them. We'll inhale monkey. Exhaling to chair. Tall through the spine, grounded, rooting that tailbone down at the earth. And then circle and sweep, opening up the heart. Hands connect back at your center. Left foot steps back now into your high lunge. Really reaching the chin high, almost like you're forming a little back bend. And now hinge from the hips, let those arms go back. Really strong through the legs, feeling those muscles wrap around the bones, toning the thighs. Maybe it's an option to clasp the hands behind your back, squeezing those arms around your back. Now let's release, dropping it low. Maybe resting that knee and just gently flattening out that back foot so you can rock back and enjoy your half splits pose. Staying with the breath, allowing it to feel good here. And starting to take your right arm to the inside of that leg, drawing the knee back so that you can mold back into any expression of child's pose. Coming up to tabletop, reaching right arm and left leg out in spinal balance. Exhale back to tabletop. And again, opposite sides, reach and connecting with the exhale breath. Next time your left arm comes down, we'll extend that left leg and bringing our right hand to just wrap around above your elbow. Now let's point those toes down, our heel is flexed, and let's pulse that back leg up. Good. Setting yourself back to tabletop. Left arm, right leg, reach. Same thing. We're reaching and just wrapping the fingers to the outside of the arm. Now let's position the legs, squaring out those hips, and then pulsing it up. Still breathing. Awesome. Let's take a rest back to tabletop. Opposite arm, right arm, left leg, reach. Now let's kick up the back heel and send the right arm behind you. Okay, if it's an option to find some toes or a little bit of skin to pinch onto, go ahead and drop the belly, pull the heart open. It's like you're combining a reverse dancer with cow pose. Now let's reach and then take that hand to the top of the arm and pulse it up. And you're just lifting the leg from the core. It's that area that cuts right across the navel. Gotta take it all down. And let's just let ourselves take a cat pose. A little bit of a counter pose. And now neutral spine, spinal balance, left arm, right leg. Kicking that heel up. Left arm reaches back. Doing what you can while listening to your body. If it feels good, go for it. If it doesn't, try something else. Maybe just taking cow or a cat and cow series on your mat is all you need. Awesome. We're going to reach and hold on to that right arm. Flex the back heel and kick it up. Keeping that square or box in the upper body. And we are done. Good, let's take a cat pose. And inhale, roll through the belly and heart, cow. Again, exhale to cat. One more cow. And one last cat. As you come down onto just resting the heels, we can further meditate upon our longing and our yearning with Nirvana Mudra. So we're simply going to take the hands and we're going to wrap I'm going to take the left arm on the outside, and then just like we're interlacing our fingers as they come in, so you kind of have this odd wrapping sensation. The fingers curl together, the thumbs just crossing back, and we take our index fingers shining up. Nirvana Mudra strengthens the nervous system while activating the production of your feel-good hormones. With these endorphins flowing, we see ourselves moving in an upward spiral. Sometimes the things that we believe we are seeking, maybe the people or the
things that we want in our lives start to fall beneath us as we spiral higher. And sometimes we can look down in despair at what is lost. But we must continue to rise up the spiral, understanding that there's always a deeper purpose to our yearning. Sometimes the story hasn't been written completely. So we can use this mudra as a tool to know that there are more than what meets the eye. And there are other secrets and powers beyond that which we can see. So we yield up our longing, we yield ourselves to those higher powers. Releasing from Nirvana Mudra and just taking a seated position. If there's anything left that you need out of this practice, go ahead and kind of rock and shimmy that out. Otherwise, if you feel good and grounded, settling into the energy, we can just kind of close out the practice with a few rounds of strong and steady breaths. Hands connect at heart center, and we can take this mantra with us beyond the beyond, beyond the furthest limits. I find light and bliss. Maybe just repeating that last part to yourself again. I find light and bliss. May you find your bliss today and every day as you awaken to the true nature of what you're yearning. Thumbs move to the third eye. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.